Good afternoon, everyone. Shirogami here, and welcome back to Minecraft. Last time we did some exploring in the Nether, and we came to this end portal, which we found required all 12 Eyes of Ender. As you guys noticed off camera, I did little things off camera, so yeah, we have this many, and now we have enough to actually open the portal. And my Netherite pickaxe is a bit dead. You guys have no clue how much mining and whatever else I had to do to get all prepared, to get completely prepared. I did a little extra besides preparing, such as beginning a nice little network between all those nether portals. But yeah, other than that, yeah, there was a lot of preparing. So yeah. And so yeah, here we are. We are ready to make it. Let's do this. Actually, before we do this, let's grab this as well. Now, let's do this. Okay, we spawned a spot, and there's the Ender Dragon. I hear a lot of teleporting going on around me. What do you say we fight this guy on normal? There it is, in all its glory. Ooh, I should have brought some glass bottles. Could collect dragon's breath in a jar. Yeah, I'll just have to go away. Yeah, dragon's breath is used for, but this is lingering a bit longer than I thought it would. Nope. Huh. Let's see. I didn't realize that while using a bow you can't move or swim, I guess. Haha, joke's on you. Where did the water go? He gets rid of water source blocks? Since when can the Ender Dragon get rid of water source blocks? Yeah, sure, he can. Yeah, sure, he can get rid of normal blocks, but water source blocks? Since when? I need more food. I just need my hearts back. And I don't have any food on me anymore, so... Yes, I hit it. Whichever is mad at me is no longer mad at me. Ow! I'm sorry. Jeez, calm down with your dragon's breath. The only reason I'm doing this part on peaceful is because I'm not going to be dealing with accidentally or Enderman attacking me just because I accidentally looked at them while trying to look up for towards these things. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have turned it to peaceful at all. One, if I didn't end up getting so low on health. Two, if the Ender Dragon didn't decide he wanted to cheat and get rid of my water source blocks. Just calm down with your dragon breaths. Yes! I did it. was kind of ruined by the dragon breath pay until like ages later. Back to peaceful, just so that I get my health back. While I run around grabbing all these levels. See how many levels the Ender Dragon gives you? I went from like 28 levels to 64. Well, my armor has seen better days. Yeah. I'd like to note that this is my first time ever being in the end in survival. This is well, no, let me specify, this is my first time being in the end in a achievement available world. This is also my very first time ever actually defeating the Ender Dragon in survival. You guys have witnessed history in the making for my gameplay. Or whatever. Second part is all my stuff is still in the end portal room, and but I can get that back off camera. Is it if it fell onto what? Will this work? If it falls onto these? Nope. I don't know where I got all this, but I will be showing you momentarily. Oh, wait, no, it has torches right here. Boom. Dragon egg. Say, what do you say we head back? What do you guys say? Shall we go? Let's go. Next time I fight the Ender Dragon, I want to make sure I don't change the difficulty at all. Anyways, I see the player you mean. Thunder9529? Yes, take care. It has reached a higher level now. It's also that username is my other thing. Whatever. That doesn't matter. It thinks we are part of the game. I like this player. It played well. It did not give up. It is reading our thoughts as though they were words on a screen. That is how it chooses to imagine many things when it is deep in the dream of a game. Words make wonderful. I can't read this. I can skip it, but it's not giving me enough time to read. Can I rewind it? I'm cutting this part out until, like, when I stream it again, Or not streaming again. When I finally able to edit, I'm cutting this part out of the video, and then only leaving in the part where I was manually scrolling it so that I can actually read it. How long is this storyline screen going on so that I can quit? But yeah, anyways, that name they mentioned, I would change my username again, but I changed my username again. I would change my username, but like I already used the free username change, so so if I want to change my name again, I'll have to pay. So yeah, I would change my gamer tag to Shadow Shirogami rather than leaving it at Thunder. Thunder was my previous OC. But yeah, either way, I'm kind of irritated that when they update this game again, they need to make this screen go slow so that players have time to read it, or players like me have time to read it out loud. I say players like me because I'm this and not just me. But yeah, still, they need to change it. They need to fix this. They either need to make sure that the player, because I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, you can scroll through it manually after it reaches the end, but no. But yeah, so yeah. Unless I'm thinking of something else, in which case I'd have to go back to the end all over again and exit the portal again just to be able to read it, and I might have to do that a total of 3 times. Which is going to be very time consuming because how long it takes to get there, and how it'll take longer and longer to get to where it was forced to stop each time. I was expecting to have enough time to read everything after I jumped in, I was expecting to have enough time to read everything. I was expecting to be able to read everything on that scrolled up at the end. Minecraft. Okay, I think it's... Do I have to go all the way to the end of the credits as well, just to be able to scroll it? Okay, fine, I'm googling it. How to manually scroll on the end screen in Minecraft. I mean, what else am I gonna call it? It's not because, well, I mean, now it's credit. What do they... if you want to call it the credits screen, and if you want to call that first part the credits screen, you're a dimwit, because that's not what credits is. This is credits. The first part isn't. Credits. I'm searching in multiple ways. So first, my search was how to manually scroll on the end screen in Minecraft Bedrock, and I'm getting crap with commands and command blocks and custom pause menus or whatever. And then I searched for I replace end screen with credit. How to scroll on the credit. Minecraft Bedrock, which probably wouldn't give me what I'm looking for anyways. I just get how to make scroll GUIs. That has nothing to do with them, with my search at all. To manual, and then I changed it to how to manually scroll on the credit screen in Minecraft Bedrock, and then I'm getting results about making controls, adding credits to your adventure map, and like scoreboard and stuff. I'm getting stuff with commands that has absolutely nothing to do with my search. They say Google searches by relevancy. If it actually searched by relevancy, then how come I get results that have absolutely nothing to do? And then my next search had to manually scroll on the credits in Minecraft Bedrock, and again, it's same results. So now I'm gonna search screen, specify that, and still same results. That has absolutely nothing. If I were to give a percent to how relevant to my search the results it gave me are, I would go with negative 100% results, which is which you cannot have a negative percentage, because that's a mathematical impossibility. Yeah, so if I were to give a percentage on how irrelevant my results were, I'd have like, maybe 100,000% irrelevant, which again is a mathematical impossibility. Actually, I think I can look for it, search it up, Minecraft, and game credits. No! Oh, here, yes. Okay, let me read that all over again. I see the player you mean. Thunder 959? Yes, take care. It has reached a higher level now. It can read our thoughts. That doesn't matter. Things were part of the game. I like this player. It played well. It did not give up. It is reading our thoughts as though they were words on a screen. That is how it chooses to imagine many things when it is deep in the dream of game. Words make a wonderful interface, very flexible and less terrifying than reality screen. They used to hear voices before players could read, back in the days when those who did not play called the players witches, and warlocks, and players dreamed they flew through the air on sticks powered by demons. Okay. What did this player dream? This player dreamed of sunlight and trees, of fire and water. It dreamed it created and it dreamed it destroyed. It dreamed it hunted and was hunted. It dreamed of shelter. The original interface, a million years old, and it still works. But what true structure did this create? What in the reality behind the screen? It worked with millions of others to sculpt a true world in a fold of the and created a for in the reason I'm cutting off there like that is because of the text that had weird symbols and was all messed up. It cannot read it cannot read that thought. It has not yet achieved that it might the long dream of life, not the short dream of the game. Does it know that we love it, that the universe is kind? Sometimes, through the noise of its thought, it hears the universe yet. But there are times it is sad. It creates worlds that have no summer. It's under a black sun, and it takes its sad creation for reality. To cure it of sorrow would destroy it. The sorrow is part of its own private task. We cannot interfere. Sometimes, when they are deep in dreams, I want to tell them they are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes I want to tell them of their importance to the universe. Sometimes, when they have not made a true connection, I want to help them speak to the world they fear. It reads our thoughts. Sometimes I do not care. Sometimes I wish to tell them this world you take for truth is merely... And I wish to tell them that they are in the... They see so little of reality in their long dream, and yet they play the game. But it would be so easy to tell them, too strong for this dream. To tell them how to live is to prevent them living. I will not tell the player how to live. The player is growing restless. I will tell the player a story, but not the truth. No, a story that comes safely in a cage of words, not the naked truth that can burn over any distance. Give it a body again. There. Use its name. Thunder9529. Player of games. Good. Take a breath now. Take another. Feel air in your lungs. Let your limbs return. Yes, move your fingers. Have a body again. Under gravity, in air. Respawn in the long dream. There you are, your body touching the universe again at every point, as though you were separate things, as though we were separate things. Who are we? Once we were called the spirit of the mountain, Father, Sun, Mother, Moon. Ancestral spirits, animal spirits, jinn, ghosts, the green men, then gods, demons, angels, poltergeists, aliens, extraterrestrials, leptons, quarks. The words change. We do not change. We are the universe. We are everything you think isn't you. You are looking at us now through your skin and your eyes. And why does the universe touch your skin and throw light on you? To see you, player. And to be known. I shall tell you a story. Once I was a player. The player was you, Thunder9529. Yeah, the wiki has one, and I'm just reading out my current username on here. Otherwise, because that's what it said originally, I figured I might as well just stick with it for the entire thing. Otherwise, I would be reading out what I prefer my username to be. Anyways, sometimes it thought itself human. On the thin crust of a spinning globe of molten rock, the ball of molten rock circled a ball of blazing gas that was 330,000 times more massive than it. They were so far apart that light took 8 minutes to cross the gap. The light was information from a star, and it could burn your skin from 150 million kilometers away. Sometimes the player dreamed it was a miner on the surface of a world that was flat and infinite. Where of white the days were short, there was much to do, and death was temporary inconvenience. Sometimes the player dreamed it was lost in his story. Sometimes the player dreamed it was other things, in other places. Sometimes these dreams were disturbing, sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the player woke up from one dream into another, then woke up from that into a third. Sometimes the player dreamed it watched words on a screen. Let's go back. The atoms of the player were scattered in the grass, in the rivers, in the air, in the ground. A woman gathered the atoms. She drank and ate and inhaled, and the woman assembled the player in her body. And the player awoke from the warm, dark world of its mother's body into the long dream. And the player was a new story, never told before, written in layers of DNA. And the player was a new program never run before, generated by a source code a billion years ago. A billion years old. And the player was a new human, never before, made from nothing but milk and love. You are the player, the story, the program, the human, made from nothing but milk and love. Let's go further back. The 7 billion atoms of the player's body were created long in the heart of a star, so the player too is information from a star, and the player moves through a story which is a forest of information planted by a man called Julian on a flat, infinite world created by a man called Marcus that exists inside a small private world created by the player, who inhabits a universe created by Shush. Sometimes the player created the small private world that was soft and warm and simple, sometimes hard and cold and complicated. Sometimes it built a model of the universe in its head, flecks of energy moving through vast empty spaces. Sometimes it called those flecks electrons. Sometimes it called them planets and stars. Sometimes it believed it was in a universe that was made of energy, that was made of offs and ons, zeros and ones, lines of code. Sometimes it believed it was playing a game. Sometimes it believed it was reading words on a screen. You are the player reading words. Shush. Sometimes the player read lines of code on a screen, decoded them into words, decoded words into meaning, decoded meaning into feelings, emotions, theories, ideas, and the player started to breathe faster and deeper as it realized it was alive. It was alive. Those 1,000 deaths had not been real. The player was alive. You, you, you are alive. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the sunlight that came through the shuffling leaves of the summer trees. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the light that fell from the crisp night sky of winter, where a fleck of light in the player's eye might be a star a million times as massive as the sun, boiling its planets to plasma in order to be visible for a moment to the player. Walking home at the far side of the universe, suddenly smelling food, almost at a familiar door, about to dream again. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the zeros and ones, through the electricity of the world, through the scrolling words on the screen at the end of a dream. And the universe said, I love you. And the universe said, you have played the game well. And the universe said, everything you need is within you. And the universe said, you are stronger than you know. And the universe said, you are the daylight. And the universe said, you are the night. And the universe said, the darkness you fight is within you. And the universe said, the light you seek is within you. And the universe said, you are not alone. And the universe said, you're not separate from every other thing. And the universe said, you are the universe tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code. And the universe said, I love you because you are love. And the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream. And the player began a new dream, and the player dreamed again, dreamed better. And the player was the universe, and the player was love. You are the player. Wake up. Holy crap, I was face planted into, oops, sorry. Into, bedrock. Sorry about that, Mr. Villager. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come on. Come here. Go on. Go back in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I slept in this bed here. It's gonna be a big trek home though, but that's fine. Okay. So, yeah. The Ender Dragon, as we all know, decided to cheat. Wait, no. Let me up! Let me up, you piece of crap! What the frick was that? Time to grab my things from this chest. I don't need everything from the chest. I'll just take things I know I'll need. Or might need. I can leave the bow in there. I don't need the bow. Yeah, that's everything I'll get. I'll keep this with me because why not? I don't need 2 flint and steels. Alright, time to head back to base. Just in case I have difficulty on, which I don't, so I can put these back on. Yeah, that's right, I turned off difficulty because I don't want to deal with a bunch of mobs hating on me while I'm trying to head back to base. So, now that we've faced the end, the only thing that's really left to do is face the Wither. As well as get an Elytra. So yeah, we're almost done with the game. Once we've gotten the Elytra, there's nothing left to do in this world. Nothing left. I'm sure I can go achievement hunting, but really, what fun is that? Plus all the farming. I mean, I have 65 levels. I would be devastated if I lost those. Yeah, but like, really, what is there left to do? After I beat the Wither and travel to the end cities, get Elytra, like, what left would there, or what would there be left to do in this game? Achievement hunt? Boring. Crap. That would be pretty boring. Crafting every single, well, that would be boring content anyways. Trying to craft every single item in the game. Boring. Probably would be boring for you guys anyways. Here's the path I made for my rail system. If you're wondering where that other portal goes, the other portal goes to the island with the ancient city. Again, if you're questioning why it's all formed, it's because it's for the I was planning on building. Now, yeah, really all there would be left to do is for me to farm some wither skulls. To summon in a wither, get the wither star, and then craft a beacon, and then that's it. And then for the other thing, go to the ancient city. You faced every major mob in this game. Except for the Wither. I mean, sure, we can get boxes or whatever, but again, what fun would that be? It's interesting when you realize how short this actually is. Like, no wonder there's so many people speedrunning this game. This game is easy speedrun. Like, if you're not worried about building or anything, and you have RNG on your side, well, you can beat this within like few minutes, half hour at most. So yeah, maybe a half hour to an hour. So yeah. This is why Java is better than Bedrock, because you can get all kinds of mods on Java, really increase the gameplay, give you a hell of a lot more to do. One mod I would love to have on Bedrock is the Thaumcraft mod. I'd also love to have the Twilight Forest mod on Bedrock as well. Maybe even Industrial Craft. Those are my 3 top mods that I would love to be on Bedrock. Or, I guess mod packs, but still. Anyway. So yeah, that marks the end of this stream. Once you've reached a point of extreme power, once you reach such a high level, what is there really left to do?